Bookish friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew and this is Drew's Ambitious Reading. And for today's video, I am very excited to come at you with a video that you guys are involved with. So without further ado, let's just jump into my TBR because it's, as always, ambitious. I would talk about my TBR tackle challenge that I do every month on Instagram, but those books are going to be on these TBR carts. So what's happening with today's TBR video is you guys get to help me pick my TBR. I saw my friend, I saw my friend Karina, I was just texting her. I saw my friend Karina from She Dreams in Words here on BookTube and on Instagram. She did this challenge recently of having her followers and friends pick out a set of coordinates that corresponds with their TBR cart, and I asked her if I can use this idea and she said of course. So I thought I'll do this for the month of September. I honestly don't know any of these books are, so this is going to be a very exciting time for me. I do have a couple housekeeping things to talk about first. First off, I have three books that I carried over from the month of August into September, and I'm still enjoying my reads. I just didn't have enough time in August to read them. So I never got a chance to finish The Housemaid Secrets by Frida McFadden. This is a sequel to The Housemaid, which I read earlier this year and absolutely loved, and book 3 is out now. And then, don't fall, I might fall. This one I am finishing for sure today, and that is The Brothers Hathorns by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the 4th installment of the Inheritance Game series, and oh my goodness, I am loving this one. I'm more than 70% into it according to my audiobook. I don't know if you can see my bookmark, but I'm halfway through it, and I'm definitely going to finish this either today or tomorrow since it is a 4-day weekend for us here in the States. Happy Labor Day for all those who celebrate. I know Labor Day is tomorrow, but this will go up before then. And then I'm also sad to say I never finished The Extraordinary Disappointment of Leopard Berry by Ransom Riggs. This is Sunworld Volume 1. I did started this in August, and I think it's just that I'm not used to physically reading. So I did kind of complete a reading challenge in the month of August. You'll see what I've completed and what I haven't completed in my August wrap-up, which will be filmed later today. But I am on chapter 40, page 170 right now, so I do have this much left. Maybe if I need a physical read for the weekend, I can pick up the last half of this book because I literally only have that much left. And if you guys haven't checked this out yet, you guys really should, because it's so fun and it's an interesting take on fantasy, I would say. And I can't wait to see where we go in the rest of the series. Now, jumping into some book club picks, as always, I'm going to talk about my own book club. In the month of September, Queer Reads, if you don't know, is a book club that I host. And I host that over on Instagram and also on YouTube. And so in the month of September, we are reading 2 books because me and my co-host Jess couldn't agree on which of the 2 books we wanted to read for September. But we decided, heck, we've done 2 books in the past, let's do it again. So first pick is going to be Come Out by Natalie C. Parker. This is a YA thriller standalone novel, and it also has queer voices in it. I really don't know too much about it. It says, it's never been safe for Finn, Jack, and Mallory to come out to their families. As kids, their emerging identity drove them into friendship and also forced them into the woods to hide in an old abandoned house when they needed safety. But one night when the girls sought refuge, Mallory never made it back home. Fran and Jack did, but neither survivor remember what happened or the secrets they were supposed to keep. Sorry for messing up my words. My goodness, this intro is already messed up. Anyways, very excited for this. Thank you, Penguin Teen, for sending this my way. I can't wait to read and review it for you in the month of September. And then one book that I got early in August, and that was This Ravenous Fate by Haley Dennings. Haley Dennings is a longtime booktuber here on the interwebs, obviously. I'll leave her channel down below. Definitely go check her out. I'm very excited to read a debut novel. This is the one book that I picked, and then my friend Jess picked Come Out. So I'm hoping I love both of these. These are both 5-star reads for me, or 5-star prediction. I should say, for me. And this is set in the jazz age of vampires, and it's sapphic. What more do I need to say? Like, what? Yes, please. Very excited. First of a new fantasy series, and hopefully I'll love it, because as I just mentioned, it's a book. So we shall see about this one. Next up for the month of September, Fantasy and Friends is reading The Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames. I am so sorry for butchering your name. This is a first in an adult fantasy trilogy, I think. I really don't remember too much about this, to be honest. We follow Clay Cooper and his bands were once the best of best, the most feared and renewed crew on the mercenaries this side of the Heartwild. Their glory days long past, the mercenaries have grown apart and grown old, fat, drunk, or a combination of the three. Then an ex-bandmate turns up at Clay's door with a plea for help. The kind of mission that only the very brave or the very stupid would sign up for. Oh, sounds so fun. I know this has been on BookTube for years, and I'm very excited to dive into this. This sounds like something I would love. It is a bit chunky, one of my chunkier reads this month, but nonetheless, I'm hoping I will love this one. And this will be my first book by the author, and I'm happy to say that my library had it, so yay. And then my friend Clint, his Fictional Falls book club is reading The Wren in the Hollow Library by K.A. Lindy. You'll see this in my August book haul. I just bought this in Target, and I can't wait to read this one. This sounds so good. The writing seems so beautiful. It's like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, I think, as well. It says, she broke the monster treaty and home make her pay. And the quote on the back is, there are legends in our world, tales of beasts and beauties, creatures and stories that would keep you up at night, of monster born. All those stories you heard come from a kernel of truth. Dun dun dun. And it's a beautiful sprayed edges edition with beautiful artwork on the inside and also on the actual hardcover case. Like, what? I love it when books are doing this now, so it's so cool to see that. Again, my friend Clint is reading this. I'll leave anybody I mentioned down below. But yeah, super excited for this. Hopefully this will be another 5-star prediction for me. Those are all the book clubs that I have mentioned. Now let's jump into our video that we are here for. So I screenshotted some of these the other night, so I don't know if there was any more that came in, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 picks here. I think I might do all 14 depending on what type of books they are. So let's start with our first one. And our first pick is from Sam over at Sam's Bookish Faves. Her coordinates are 2 and 7. So I think I've explained this before, but if not, my TBR carts have 3 shelves each, and across the shelves are 11 books each as well. So that made it very easy for our coordinates. And I don't know how these are gonna come out, but our first one is 2 and 7. So shelf 2, book 7. Let's see if I can turn you down here. Probably can't. So I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, okay, Sam. So Sam just picked a very short book and a library book too, so that's amazing. And she picked When Among Crows by Veronica Roth. This is Veronica Roth's newest fantasy novel. It's literally so short. I could probably read this one today or over the weekend. Thank you, Sam, for starting off super small. Yay! I love it when a small book can get onto my TBR, because you guys know I read a lot of heavy fantasies. So very excited for this one. I did try to read this one earlier this year and I just couldn't get into it at the time. So hopefully I can get into it now that it's like officially fall here. So very stoked for that. That was pick 1. That was so fun. So fast as well. Let's see. My friend Manda over at Manda the Biblio. Ooh, she also said 2 and 7. I'm gonna do 2 and 8. A lot of these are the same numbers, so I'm don't know. So Amanda also said 2 and 7, so that can be Amanda's pick. Karina from She Dreamed in Words says 2 and 8. So again, shelf 2, and then just count the 8 book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. Okay. Karina, you just picked Our Shouts Echoes by Jade Adia. This was an arc I meant to read in the month of August, and I just haven't got around to reading it yet. I'm so sorry, Jade. Jade herself sent me this book to read and review for you guys, so I definitely needed to get to this. So, very excited for that. And let's hope I actually get around to reading this one this time. This has a beautiful finished cover, so I will definitely want to get around to this sooner rather than later. Yay. Book number 3 for the fun TBR video. And then Karina also says 3 and 3. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't even need to count. I already know. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Karina, you picked Prince of the Thorn. Whoa. I almost said Prince of the Dressmaker. Nope. Prince of Thorns and Nightmares by Lindsay Miller. This is a sequel and follow-up novel to Prince of Song and Sea by Lindsay Miller. This is a trilogy from Disney Books about princesses of the Disney stories, but from their point of view. So very excited for this. I had this on my August TBR as well, or maybe even July TBR, and I just never got around to reading it. Book 3, the third and final book of the trilogy, comes out in October, so I definitely am very intrigued by this one. So good picks so far. Now let's do... Ooh. 7. So I have 7 and 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, it's this card. 7 and 11 is what my friend Charlie picked. So now we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, a middle grade. So Charlie, she picked The Vanquishers by Kaylin Barron. This is a YA... Whoa. This is a middle grade book, first of a fantasy series, which is right up my alley. Again, the series is a continuation, or this is a first of a series, but the series itself has been continued. Book 2 is out already, and I know book 3 is either already out at the time of me filming this, or it's coming out. Editing me can let you guys know. But yeah, my friend Charlie picked The Vanquishers, so yay, so fun. Let's see, where can I put these? I don't know where to put you guys. Another number I got was 2 and 5, so we're going back to the original over here. Sorry for being out of focus. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, Charlie also picked another library book, and that is Before She Ignites by Jody Meadows. This is a first in a YA fantasy series, so yay for starting series, even though September is mostly known for sequel September, so hopefully we'll get some sequels on this shelf as well. I mean, Prince of Thorns and Nightmare is a sequel, so that's pretty cool. Charlie also said 4 and 11, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So the shelf that you guys can't see. So let's see, 4 and 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, They're Vicious Games by Joelle Wellington, a YA thriller that I meant to read in the month of July for Summerween. I'll leave my Summerween TBR up above or down below if you haven't watched it yet. But definitely one I'm still stoked to get to, and it's perfect for the fall season. Karina says 1 and 9, so another library book. My goodness. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah! She picked Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Godwin. This is a YA first of a series. I'm trying to read sequels, friends. Anyways, this is a first of a series. I read this before, so this will be a reread for me, so definitely will add this to my list. And then let's go to the next page real quick and see what the other ones are. Ooh, So my friend Kat from cat_reads_247, she said 3 and 10. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my goodness! Okay, you know how I was just asking for a sequel to be picked? Kat, you picked this. You picked A Grim and Sunken Vow by Whoa. Oh my gosh, I'm messing up. A Grim and Sunken Vow by Ashley Shuttleworth. This is the third installment of this 4-book series. Book 4 is coming out in November. So yes, I'm definitely intrigued by this and need to continue on with this series. So thank you, Kat, for picking this one. Let's see. The next one. My friend Karen over at Books and Butter, she said 3 and 15. I don't think we have 15 books on this, but I can find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We did not, but I counted to the other shelf, and we got Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. Yay! First of a YA contemporary series. My goodness, how many times am I gonna mess up today? I'm gonna leave that here. And then my friend Donna over at Mom's Book Collection, she picked 3 and 1. So shelves 1, 2, 3. Ooh! She picked Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Henry Blake. This is a adult romance novel that I'm actually buddy reading this with my friend Clint next month in October. So maybe I'll read this one early. And this is also on my TBR tackle prompts for read a book with a purple cover. And obviously this has purple all over it. So very stoked for that. And I hope I love this one because I've been hearing nothing but amazing things about this trilogy. And then we have 2 and 8. 1, 2. You know what? Let's do books over here instead of my library books. Not that I don't love it, but yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah! I don't know if I want to read this one. Eee! But 2 and 8 from Books with Rue, they picked The Last Wish by Andrea Sabowski. This is a collection of short stories that's set before The Witcher, I believe. I meant to read this earlier this summer and I just never got around to reading it, so I guess now the fall season is. For 2 and 7, we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, we have All the Tides of Fate by Adeline Grace. This is a sequel and finale to the All the Stars and Teeth duology. This is a author that I recently met and she was so sweet, and I have a vlog of that coming soon, so very stoked for that. And then my friend Donna over at Mom's Book Collection, she did 2 and 5. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. She picked Sinner's Isles by Angelina Monet. Yes. So that's very cool. And then we have one more, and that is 2 and 7. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. I think this is one that Lori and I were planning on buddy reading this year, and that is Silver in the Bones by Alexandra Bracken. This is a first of a YA fantasy, and it's also one of my Owl Crate books, so yay, thank you at This Book's That Wine for picking Silver in the Bones. So yay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry it wasn't as like fun or more chaotic than fun, I guess. Anyways, I'm gonna go before I continue messing up my words. This was so fun to do. Thank you guys so much for helping me pick out my TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notification on so you don't miss any new videos coming from me soon. And I'm off to church. Bye. Hello, bookish friends. Welcome back to the video. This is editing Drew on the next day that is being super sweaty right now. You guys did not need to know that. I'm sorry. Anyways, I wanted to come on here to say there's a couple things that I forgot to mention in my September TBR. I'm participating in 3 readathons. You'll be seeing each of those TBR videos coming later this week. I'm participating in Season-a-thon Academy that is hosted by my friend Mel over at Completely Melanie. I'll leave her channel down below. Series September is happening by Krista over at Books and Jams, which I do every year and I love. And then Squash That Series round is happening in September as well, which is amazing because every year in September, as long as I've known about it, I've been trying to focus on Series September, and also it's known as Sapphic September and Latinx Heritage Month. So with all that info, I wanted to add those into this clip, but I also wanted to make this clip a bit chatty because I just finally checked out my 8 books from my Hoopla account, which I always forget about Hoopla until the end of the month. So I'm trying this year to actually use it more. So I have 1 book that I don't own yet, but I'm gonna listen to it via audiobook because that's how I love listening to this author's books. And that is Full Speed to a Crash Landing by Beth Revis. This is the same author of Across the Sky or something like that. Whatever her other series is called. Let's see real quick. Oh, it's not here. But she's also the author of Night of the Witch, which is a book that I wanted to read last year and never got around to it. Anyways, that is a short novella that is only 4 hours long. So I feel like I can knock that out sometimes this week or even save it for when I'm in a slump. It's a sci-fi first of a series, and I know book 2 of the novella series comes out in December or it comes out in January. Then the next audiobook that I started this one last year and I never finished it. My friend Kat from Instagram, she sent me this arc when she went to Y'all West last year, and that was The Do's and Donuts of Love by Abdia Jagarda. I am so sorry for butchering your last name. I just read a book by this author, For Edith and a Funeral, and I really enjoyed that one despite it being such a sad title. I'm hoping this one will be a more fun, lighthearted summertime read, even though it's literally September 3rd as I'm filming this. So I did started this. I didn't get too far. I'm literally on page 20. That's how far I got, was 20 pages in. So I'm definitely going to restart this one and then hopefully finish it. Because if I do, I could get this off my arc list that I have on my spreadsheet that I made. Next one is a book that I feel like is perfect for the fall time, and that is Long Live the Pumpkin Queen by Shay Earnshaw. This is the YA fantasy standalone novel that's set in the Nightmare Before Christmas world. I absolutely love this movie. It's one of my, not guilty pleasures, but I guess it can be called a guilty pleasure movie to watch. I watch this every year with my sister, so this series makes me think of my sister, repping her college right now. Anyways, I had this on my TBR shelf for almost a year now, maybe even 2 years. I bought it. I actually pre-ordered this from Barnes & Noble last year, and I never got around to reading it. So I'm so sad that I never got around to it last fall, but this fall, I'm making it a priority. Speaking of series September, I also want to try and wrap up a few series. So I have Sound the Gong by Jonah He. This is the second and final book in the Strike the Caesar duology. I don't know the first name or the actual name of this duology, but it is a completed series now. I've been meaning to read this ever since I got it back in August. So I got it last month, so not too long of a wait. But I'm really excited to see where we go in book 2 because I really love book 1. I gave book 1 a 4 or a 5 stars. The narrator for this series is really good as well, so I'm excited to pick this back up and hopefully complete this one in the month of September. Next book is on my 12 friends list that you guys picked out for me. I believe my friend Libby picked this one out for me, so she should be super excited for me to finally read The Iron King by Julie Kagawa. I'm so excited for this one because I feel like the fall time is perfect for Julie's books. I honestly don't know too much about this. I think one of my friends got me this years ago when the paperback came out. I'm not too sure. I don't know if I need to read her other series before reading this one. You guys will have to let me know about that one in the comments. But I know these all just got new covers recently as well, so I'm hoping to collect them all if I love the first one. I don't know too much. I think this is dealing with Faye. In less than 24 hours, I'll be 16. Countless stories, songs, and poems has been written about this wonderful age when a girl finds true love and the star shines for her, and the handsome prince carries her off into the sunset. I don't know too much about it, but my friend Libby said I would love this one, and I read books by Julie Kagawa before, so I know for sure I will love her writing. Next one, to switch up all these heavy fantasies, I decided to check out a contemporary, actually more like a romance novel, and that is New Adult by Timothy Jablonski. This is like book 3 of this companion series, so you don't have to read them in order. For once, I didn't read a series in order. Who am I? What the heck? So I read You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince by Timothy last year for my book club for the month of December, and that was so much fun. So I'm excited to read this one by myself this at the like tail end of summer going into fall. I don't know too much about it. I just know it's a male-known romance, and I read You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince, and I really love that one, so I'm excited to dive into this one as well. Second to last book that I have checked out for my hoopla is Our Shouts Echoes by Jade Adia. This one just came out in the month of August, and my hoopla already has the audiobook for it, so we best believe are going to get around to reading this. If we don't, I'm going to be so mad. But also, if I do get around to reading this, hopefully there will be a book review coming towards you guys. And last but not least, I believe this is on my top like 24 books I want to read in 2024. So I definitely would love to get to this one the most out of all of these books I've already talked about. And that is The Atlas Six by Olivia Blake. This is a first book in a new adult fantasy trilogy that's already completed. So yay me. I cannot wait to see what this one has in store. I knew there was some mixed reviews about this one, but I didn't know one thing. I didn't know that this had trials and like a competition setting. And if you know anything about me, especially lately during the summertime, I've been loving a lot of like competition and trials type of settings in my books. So I just read Light Lark, and that had a competition setting in it, and I love that one, so I'm excited to see what this one has. I know those are two very different books to compare to, but lately this series has been getting hyped up now that the finale of this trilogy is out. So I definitely would love to read this in the month of September, even though I am trying to focus on sequels. So yeah, there you have it. I also am participating in TBR tackle challenges. I'll film another clip for that in a minute to give my voice a break. And then I'll come back on here. So yeah, I'll see you in like literally 3 minutes. Alrighty, I'm back, and I need to go put this on the charger. Anyways, I am here to do the TBR tackle challenges, and then we'll be done for today. One of the challenges, well, there's 5 challenges that they do every single month. I'll leave their account down below. They are amazing. They help me get my TBR down to 0, which is a goal I have by the end of 2024. Won't happen, but we can dream. And I have a couple books here for those challenges. So one of the reading challenges is to read a book with purple on the cover. I might switch this one out for another purple book. Maybe I'll do New Adult, or I'll do whatever. Oh, I might do this one. So I made a mistake. I thought this book was going to be my friend Clint's book club pick for the month of September, but it's actually his book club pick for October. So I want to save this for October. That way I can read it with them. This was also my TBR jar pick for the month of August, and I didn't get around to reading it. So we're just going to push this off to October. I'm going to put this back on my bookshelf. That way I can save it for the month of October, if that makes sense. Makes sense to me. So for read a book with purple on the cover, I meant to read this one last month, and that was Blood Like Magic by Leslie Sambury. This is a first in a YA fantasy duology that is also completed. I do own book 2 as well, so if I love book 1 and I can continue on to book 2. I do know my friend Clint, again, he really loves this duology, so I'm hoping that I will love it as well. I think this is more pinkish than purple, but there's some purple up there. You guys see it more than I do. But I'm gonna change my book out for that prompt. Next prompt is to read a book with the title starting with the letter J, and I only have 2 books on my bookshelf starting with the letter J. That is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, which I'm not reading till next year. And then we also have Jackpot by Nick Stone, which I'm actually really excited about because I actually forgot I owned this one until I like scoured my bookshelves. I was like, I know I own this because I love Nick Stone's writing. I read Dear Martin, and I love that one. If you love The Hate You Give, definitely check out Dear Martin. I don't remember too much about this one. I know I bought this at Target. Oh yeah, it has a to-do list. That's why I checked it out. I love a good to-do list. Anyways, don't know too much about it. I'm just reading this one for the reading challenge of the titles starting with the letter J, and hopefully I will because it is a YA contemporary. And then on the opposite end of spectrum, we have this beast. And one of the other challenges is to read a book that you've been putting off for a while now. You guys know this. The silence was so loud. I have been putting off House of Flames and Shadows for so long now, and I have a friend who works at one of my local library, and she keeps raving about this one, so I was like, I need to start it. So it's on here, it's chunky, I'm scared, and that's all I need to say. No spoilers, please. Next challenge is to read a book that is set in a school. I was going to use the third Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, but I was told from a friend of mine without her spoiling for me that it wasn't set at a school for the third installment, so I decided to go with my second option, and that was Blood at the Roots by Lerdian Williams. I am so sorry for butchering your first name. This is a YA fantasy debut novel that I bought at Barnes & Noble earlier this summer, and I just never got around to reading it, so I feel like, what the heck, September is like known for back to school month, so we are going back to school in this world. I don't know too much about it. I read this synopsis when I first saw the cover. I was actually intrigued by the cover at first, and then I read the synopsis, and then I read the first chapter, and I was sold. So hopefully I'll pick this one up this year or this month. Another challenge is to read a book with the title starting with the letter E, and for me, I am picking up Ember of Night by Molly E. Lee. Again, another book I had on my shelf that I actually forgot about. I bought this one at Barnes & Noble, I think, because I didn't realize this was the first of a series. So I do own book 2. So I don't know too much about this one, but it would work for the reading challenge. And my spinning wheel that I made at the time actually picked this one. So I'm hoping I love this. If not, I'll be super sad because this is actually a really pretty cover. Last challenge is to read a romance, and for me, I'm excited to say that I'm finally getting around to reading a novel love story by Ashley Poston. I'm so excited to read this. I bought this at Barnes & Noble with my friend Liz, and this was literally like the first book I picked up when we went inside the store. That's how excited I was. So I need to get to this. If I don't get to it in September, I'm just going to save this for next summer because I love The 7 Year Slip by this author, so I'm excited to dive into a new book by this one. Super stoked for this. It's one of my most anticipated reads, so I hope it doesn't let me down, but yeah. And then I'm not going to grab the book because it's over here on my shelf, but there's a TBR knockout prompt that Mel from Completely Melanie does, and that is for read a book with leaves on the cover. I'm going to be buddy reading The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. I'm going to be buddy reading that with my friend Karina over at She Dreams in Words here on BookTube and Instagram. I'm going to be using that for that prompt. And then to read a book set in nature, I honestly don't know if I have a book set in nature. I mean, I'm sure I do. But if you guys have any recommendation for books set in nature, please let me know down below. I really don't know off the top of my head what can be set in nature, so I don't have a book for that prompt, but maybe you guys can help me out with that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go charge my camera because it's flashing at me. And I'll talk to you guys later. If you loved today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Turn your notification on so don't miss any new videos coming from me soon. And I'll chat with you guys down below. Love you guys. Bye-bye.